Space 220 is open. We were so excited when this experience opened up in September, and even more excited to get reservations. Today we are going to review our experience at the new Space 220 restaurant at Epcot. Space 220 is open. You haven't seen this new location yet? It is located in Epcot in the World Discovery Land, formerly known as Future World East. If you head towards the Mission Space ride, it's just on the right side of the ride pavilion. But if you are heading there to try out this new out-of-this-world experience, be sure to make reservations. If you want to dine at the restaurant for their lunch or dinner offering, you'll definitely need one. Since day one, this has been a popular restaurant and getting reservations can be very difficult. The reservation window opens up 60 days in advance, and they do tend to fill up right away. One thing that we tried was checking the reservations periodically did work. People cancel, and you can sometimes find spots if you keep checking. So why is this place so popular? Space 220 was announced at the D23 Expo in 2017. It's meant to be a highly immersive experience that takes guests in a stellarator 220 miles above Epcot to the Centauri space station. Once there, guests can dine on contemporary American cuisine while peering out the large viewing windows to see the Earth. Space 220 comes as much of Epcot as being reimagined. It's part of the newly named World Discovery Land that will also soon feature the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind ride. So if you've got your reservation and you're heading to Space 220, there is a check-in area outside the building after passing the Mission Space planets. So the theming really starts outside. But the theming really kicks in when you enter the building or the departure lounge. There you'll get a boarding pass and potentially wait on the cool space-themed benches. This is where you really start to feel the immersion, like you're leaving the theme park and getting ready for your space adventure. Once your group is called, you board the stellarator, the elevator car, and really this is the most immersive, exciting part of the experience. The stellarator has floor and ceiling windows to view Florida below and the space station above. The details here are really impressive because you can see Epcot as you ascend, and the time of day and the weather is going to affect the screen display. So going at night versus day delivers a new experience. The ascent ends when you reach the Centauri space station at the top and you exit the stellarator. The Centauri space station landing bay for the stellarator was even more impressive than the departure lounge. You get to walk through futuristic, hydroponic-style cylinders with lettuce and cauliflower growing in them, and then through a galactic-looking wine room before the big reveal. The big reveal is finally entering that larger-than-life dining room, and it does feel huge. It actually is a large space, but it feels even bigger because of the floor-to-ceiling viewing windows and just the grandness of the view of Earth. The stellarator and this view are definitely the main immersive factors of the whole Space 220 experience. All of the tables will give you a decent view. We preferred being in the booths in the very back so that you can see the span of all the viewing windows at one time. It may be a bit far to see some of the smaller visuals that float by, like the dogs and the lightsaber fighting astronauts. But you can still see them, and we did enjoy seeing more windows over seeing the floating visuals closer up. But Disney did a great job of making all of the tables able to enjoy the main attraction, which is those viewing windows. Although we love the viewing screens and the immersiveness, we will say that the Earth had a bit of an unrealistic sort of glow to it, and the astronauts and the things that were floating by on the windows sometimes didn't seem realistic and had a slightly illustrated look to them. The decor and ambiance were great overall. The tables had space for each guest, which was really nice. We didn't feel cramped at all. We also loved the odd-shaped galactic forks at the table. It was very bright, and we did feel slightly reminded of being in the dining room on a cruise ship. For the theming, it's hard to compare the experience to anything because it is so unique. But we did think that compared to other immersive experiences like Be Our Guest, it was a step up because the actual dining, the tables, flatware, plates, and chairs were more themed and also a bit more high quality, especially with the food. Although it was more expensive too, so it's hard to compare side by side. Now let's talk about the menu. The menu is a fixed price menu, and right now they offer lunch for $55 per adult, $29 for the kids. The dinner price for adults is $79 and still just $29 for kids. The staff was super helpful, and if you had any allergy needs, they were very accommodating to those. The lunch option includes one lift-off appetizer and one star course entree. Dinner adds a supernova sweets dessert to the lunch option, which doesn't seem worth the price difference until you see the entrees change significantly for the dinner menu. The kids' lunch and dinner menu is a star course entree, supernova sweet dessert, and a celestial beverage, and includes a cool pack of Space 220 collectible trading cards. Our kiddo loved the meal, although it was a lot of food, and we likely would have ordered less if it wasn't for the fixed price menu. We thought the price was high for a theme park meal, especially since we would have been full with just our entree. But if you tend to buy appetizers, entree, and dessert, it isn't so far off of a higher-end, on-property Disney meal. And when you factor in the amazing themed immersiveness, it seems just about right price-wise. Of course, typical on-property Disney meals are on the high end for theme park food to start with, but that's another conversation. We felt it was on par with other Disney pricing.
So now let's jump into some of the food items that we tried. The Jupiter Fizz orange drink. We thought this was amazing to look at. Good theme element with a star-shaped citrus cutout, but we couldn't taste the grapefruit or the mango. There was just too much gin. We would give this one a pass. The Big Bang Burrata. This dish delivered on taste. The burrata was soft and tasted fresh. The presentation was clean, but the theming was lacking. We didn't see that space theme that we saw in other menu items we had. The space greens. We were excited by this dish because it appeared to be using lettuce grown from the rotating cylinders. If you're looking for a healthy start to your galactic dining experience, this salad fell short. There wasn't too much lettuce, the dressing was a little heavy, and it was a little overly sweet. The Planetary Punch. This drink had a fun outer space look to it, kind of a purpley blue. It was a strong but well-balanced drink and reminded us of a tropical drink with a guava and coconut. The 8-ounce filet mignon. This filet mignon was an attractive presentation. The filet was prepared well and was juicy and tender. The cab sauce worked well with this filet and the potato leek croquette. You can also add extra shrimp or lobster to the filet. We tried the shrimp. It came separately from the entree. It was sauteed buttery shrimp, but with so much food, we would skip this add-on on our next time. The slow roasted short rib. This was our favorite item of the evening. The short rib was cooked perfectly and melted in your mouth. We sought the cheddar grits for roasted potatoes. The roasted potatoes didn't present very attractively, but tasted fine, and we enjoyed them. The Galactic Salmon Kids Meal. The Galactic Salmon won points with us for being a healthy option for a kiddo. The broccoli portion was great. We subbed mashed potatoes for fries based off our kiddo's preference, go figure. The salmon fillet seemed flat and a bit dry, but that's a parent complaint. She didn't seem to notice. On to my favorite, desserts. The vanilla chocolate gelato. We ordered a vanilla and chocolate gelato. Both seemed very underwhelming and we tasted ice crystals. This may have been an exception, but we wouldn't order this again. The Cosmic Cupcake. The Cosmic Cupcake wins on theming and presentation. The purple and black coloring really screamed outer space. The cupcake itself was buttercream frosting with chocolate cake. It was for our little one and she liked it. We sampled it too and it tasted fairly basic flavor but was enjoyable. The Sticky Toffee Pudding Cake. Presentation here was appealing. It was themed with the caramel crunchy pearls, seeming like something outer space oriented. The cake itself was dry, and we didn't enjoy the banana on top that wasn't revealed on the menu description.
Overall, we thought Space 220 was an amazing, immersive experience. The food was elevated compared to other Disney restaurants. We did think it was pricey, but it seems in line with other Disney experience pricing to us. We would go back, but we would probably limit it to once in a while just due to the pricing. Our recommendation is that it is worth experiencing at least once just because it is so unique, and the food won't disappoint. Any space fan or fan of Disney's unique capability of creating an immersive experience would definitely enjoy Space 220. Thanks so much for watching, everyone! Here at Main Street USA Studios, we love providing unique content on all aspects of the Disney parks. Let us know if we missed anything in the comments below, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe.